We saw that this morning, apparently there was a report that China is firing ICBMs also into the sea, into the Pacific Ocean near Hawaii. Here's this report.
82. It was carrying a dummy warhead that fell into the Pacific Ocean. Beijing saying the test was routine, not directed at anyone. The Defense Department, however, saying that China warned the U.S. about that test. I want to bring in former Wisconsin Congressman Mike Gallagher, also the former chair of the House Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party. And good morning to you. We brought you in to talk about your Wall Street Journal piece, which is quite relevant given the events in the Middle East today. Let's start with this, however. What's it mean, or what are they up to in terms of military?
Traditionally, when China does tests like this, they'll do it internally over their own land, firing at a carrier-sized object. So what does it suggest that they're doing this externally at this scale? I think it suggests an increased confidence in their capability. Now, if you pair that with what we know publicly, the latest defense report on China's military power lays out the massive overall growth in their nuclear program. What do you have? You have China emerging as a peer competitor of the United States, not just in the conventional military domain, but also in the nuclear domain. At the same time, we are struggling, even though they have about 1/3 of the missiles we have in our arsenal, we're struggling to modernize all three legs of our nuclear triad. And then, of course, at the broadest level, we have decreased in real terms defense spending for the last 4 years. At the same time, they are embarking on the biggest military buildup since at least World War II. So we have to get our act together and rebuild not only our military, but the associated defense industrial base if we are going to have a hope of deterring what is a rising and existential threat.
Former Secretary of Defense Robert Gates.
All right. Just like war everywhere we look. And I thought Joe Biden was going to stop this. Now we have another arms buildup with China that's continuing to mount since they're firing ICBMs into the Pacific. Great.